I don't think people realize what we were actually fighting against in terms of XRP over the month of May. I believe it was actually the worst month ever, but it was definitely something that gave us a little bit of pushback that wasn't allowing XRP to make some moves to the upside. However, what we're seeing right now is a little bit of strength. There are some important things happening that we do need to have a discussion about. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So first of all, the month of May sucked in general. All right. Yes, we did in fact end on a red note for XRP. Throughout the crypto space, it did not end on the great note that we were seeing because, of course, we got a little bit of fear thrust into the market last week. News of tariffs. That was the big thing that just caused this kind of uncertainty in the market. All right. I thought it was a big nothing burger. It was a big nothing burger. And of course, the market is now responding and we're seeing some green. And that's great to see. And actually, XRP did a great job of bouncing off of its 200-day moving average. We have now 4 straight green candle days, including today. And what we're seeing here are some bullish candles. Basically, you have a dragonfly doji candle, you have a hammer candle. So these are all showing that XRP does, in fact, want to make some moves to the upside. And there are some more important signs beyond that. But I want to show you guys what we were dealing with in the month of May that people may not be aware of. So when we look at May, we were the only asset to actually have outflows from institutional money. BTC had inflows, Ethereum had inflows, Solana, Sui, ADA, Litecoin, Chainlink. XRP had $56 million in outflows from institutional players. Now, why is that the case? Because there's been a lot of discussion surrounding institutional interest in XRP. I think there's 10 XRP spot ETF filings. Well, the reason why is because we got delays. I think institutional money is realizing that they may have a little bit of time before they absolutely have to be in XRP and it decides to take off. In fact, this last week alone was $28.2 million in outflows. All right. It was the largest asset to have outflows over the course of the week. It sucked, right? Unfortunately, it is what it is. That's why XRP saw some drop in terms of price, because we have a lot of retail conviction, which is a great sign. But that's the big pushback that we were dealing with. Now, what I will say is we have some very bullish signs that are taking place for XRP itself. First of all, we are in fact crossed to the bullish side on the stochastic RSI on the daily for XRP, right? That's basically took place right here. And now go figure, we're seeing a little bit of green. On the weekly, we're actually on the verge of having a bullish cross there as well. After we got our bearish cross, I believe last week? Yeah, last week. As most of the assets around the crypto space did, we have seen this stay very close, and we might actually have a little bit of a fake out here where XRP does in fact start making some moves to the upside. But I think the most bullish sign of this, guys, is we are actually just crossed on the monthly to the bullish side. That is huge. Now, why this is so big is if we look back at the last several times we've had bullish crosses in terms of the monthly for XRP on daily or on stochastic RSI, the last time was actually when XRP ran from 51 cents to $1.95. Am I saying that's going to happen right now? No, I'm not saying that. But we've also seen this happen other times in history. In fact, when we saw XRP bottoming down here around 46, 45 cents or so, that ran us up to about 60 cents. That was back in the summer of 2024. So there is some historic significance to what's taking place right now. And the question is this something that develops into a bigger breakout? Do we see this kind of push across the crypto space where retail actually has confidence and starts, moving their money back into assets? That's the big question, right? BTC has done a very good job of showing some resilience up in these levels. It's above its 20-day moving average right now. So we have the potential for a BTC to get a little bit of a bounce here. But the biggest thing I'll stress is we just have to be patient, right? We're still probably months away from an XRP spot ETF approval. We're probably still months away from any shift from quantitative tightening. Maybe we get a surprise rate cut somewhere in there. I'm not totally sold on that, but there are some important signs around the crypto space. BTC dominance looks toppy. USDT dominance looks like it's about to drop off. I mean, we're getting all the right signs, and it's just about kind of putting the last few pieces together. All right. Understand that adoption is not here yet. Optics are very low around the crypto space right now. Volume is actually doing pretty well. We have enough volume to move the crypto market, but it's more about getting the money that's in the market right now back into the market and out of stables, because that is what triggers retail to follow. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.